So today I was originally supposed to talk about a potential match between Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Michael Venom Page, but instead I want to quickly address Jake Paul, who he is, what I think about him, what I think he's going to do, and just what I think about what he means to the fight game in general. Starting off with what I thought about him when he was first coming up, before he even did boxing, I thought of him as just an annoying kid, another, uppity YouTuber who, turns himself into a cartoon for views and money. And that's just what he did. He did that whole Ohio fried chicken shit and all that other stuff. He all of those cringy music videos and the cringy YouTube beefs and shit like that. That was the era where he made the transition into boxing, and he did a couple boxing matches against other YouTubers, and that was cute, and I felt like it just needed to end there. But it didn't. He decided to take boxing seriously, and that's when the problem, erupted and became public. And that problem is just the how serious the fight game is being taken, because it's not being taken seriously at all now. It's a circus. It's become a total tough guy contest and a complete circus. Anybody with a phone and a couple followers decides to jump into a ring with somebody else that he's created fake beef with just to get knocked out in the first 30 seconds. It's annoying, it's terrible, and it just makes a mockery of what so many, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of souls have put sweat, blood, and tears into for decades. That being said, I find Jake Paul to be an absolute joke. I found him to be a joke before he got into boxing. I still find him to be a joke now, and an even bigger joke. Now, that being said, here comes the tangent of this whole video. While I do find Jake Paul to be annoying, a joke, and I do just want this video to be the last time I ever fucking speak about Jake Paul, he's a necessary evil, and I'll tell you why. And you might find it a bit comedic, but this is why I feel like, although I hate Jake Paul, he is a necessary evil. He gives the retired fighters some fucking money. I said it in my last video when I addressed Tony Ferguson halfway retiring. If Tony Ferguson really wants to keep fighting and become, brain dead and have the mental capacity of a 5-year-old when he's like fucking 50, he might as well do it while making a bag, while getting the bag, while making $1 million plus. In order to do that, you got to fight Jake Paul. I've been said in 2 videos that where I've addressed Tony Ferguson. Tony needs to fight Jake Paul. That's why Jake Paul is such a necessary evil. He's annoying. He racks up views from hyping up himself and celebrating after beating old men. And, Tony Ferguson is looking for that fucking beating. He's punch drunk, as many fans have said before. It's sad to watch, but, if he wants to keep doing it, at least let's see him make some money, some actual money while doing so. And in order to do that, he needs to challenge Jake Paul, and I would like to see him challenge Jake Paul. That's just what I would like to see him do. So, therein that lies the proof of why Jake Paul, again, is evil in my opinion, but is totally necessary, because it gives those old men, those old beaten down, fighting for years men, a bag. He gives them a nice retirement paycheck. Take that money, invest it, and live out the rest of your fucking days as a legend. Some of the people he fought haven't been legends. Like Mike Perry, I wouldn't really consider him to be a legend, but he's got some money now. He's got a bag now. He could go vacation anywhere he wants now, you know what I'm saying? Because Jake Paul gets all these 12-year-olds on their phone, showing up to the events, asking for mommy and daddy's money to buy a seat all the way in the fucking back of a overpacked arena that smells like shit, and trying to use their store-bought binoculars to look at a balding, 20-something-year-old who thinks he's fucking Mike Tyson. It's very sad. It's ridiculous. But as I keep saying and will continue to say, is a necessary evil. As I said before, I want this to be my last time mentioning Jake Paul. I'm really sick of him. I think this whole YouTuber, content creator, circus fighting is a joke. It's turned the fight game into a complete circus. I hate what KSI is doing. KSI fighting 2 fighters at once and all this other bullshit. I find it to be completely embarrassing, humiliating, silly, and sad. And I'm not against content creators or YouTubers or TikTokers fighting and learning martial arts and competing in martial arts. But if they do so, take the fight seriously and just be serious about it. You know, you don't need to turn a well-respected sport into a fucking circus. And KSI is guiltier than most, because like look what fuck KSI is doing right now. He's fighting like 2 people at a time. He just fights 2 beginners and just puts them in a ring and batters them, and then just decides to celebrate based off of that. KSI is pretty good. I'm not saying he sucks, but if you're gonna fight somebody who is on your fucking level. That's all I ask for any fighter. Fight somebody who's on your fucking level. I understand it's easy to beat up people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, but it's not entertaining. It's just not going to be entertaining. At least not as entertaining as if you're fighting somebody who's your own fucking speed. Ah, man, this video is running long, so I'm just gonna, say a couple more things, and then I'll cut it here. But again, I'm just happy because I want to get this last Jake Paul address out of the way. I'm going to get back to my usual MMA content. I'm still going to stay on boxing, but this is my last Jake Paul boxing related video. I know Chael Sonnen, who I very much respect, covers Jake Paul regularly. I understand, I respect that, all that, but I would never. Jake Paul pisses me off. Just looking at the guy fucking makes me want to punch something. It's just, ugh, man, ugh. It's just I just hate, and his brother too, Logan. Oh gosh, man. Anyway, still, as much as I hate him, you guys have to understand and respect that he is a necessary evil. He's getting all these old guys paychecks, although he's disrespecting and destroying his own legacy in boxing. He's at least stat padding the legacies of others. Well, not really in terms of like win-loss ratio, but he's stat padding their wealth, their overall money having wealth. So you gotta at least respect that. What do you guys think? Let me know, motherfuckers.